Oh my! This place is enormous! Are you sure we have enough explosives for this?
Oh, we have more than enough. You just plant the device and I'll keep an eye out.
Monkeys willingly entering my workshop. Ooh, bad decision.
We're back for episode 3 of Lucifer's Sanctum. Last time we were on Muddy Puddles, and in this episode we're on the expert map Workshop, and will attempt to survive 300 rounds once more. This map is one of the most unordinary maps in the game. On this map, bloons move 50% faster than on any other map. The top machine can be used to slow down the bloons back to default speed. The activation lasts for 30 seconds and the cooldown is also 30 seconds, so you can have 100% uptime minus whatever time it takes for you to reactivate it. The first time you use the machine, it's free, but after that it will cost $100 and increase by $50 per use and another $50 for every 10 rounds that passes, as per this formula. The second machine has the ability to alter the track that the bloons and Moabs take, and thank God for that, because without it, this map has one of the shortest tracks in the game. Bloons take the blue path by default, and the red one when the track extension is active, and here are the paths for the Moabs. Activating the extension is also free the first time, but after that it costs you $250 per use and will increase by $150 per use and another $100 for every 15 rounds that passes. So this lets us know that to make it into the far late game we will need to not only farm a lot but also avoid using the track extension and the reverse motor for as long as we can. Once again, our hero will be Adora, and we will make sure she is placed early so that she can get to level 20 and get the transformation from the VTSG. There are a lot of obstacles around the track, which will hinder a lot of towers from being able to perform, which is why we will get an ace early on to start farming pops for the Paragon. We will also get a Sky Shredder ace to help out the Flying Fortress. We will continue placing farms all over the map and get 2 overclocks and an ultra boost to increase the money made by our farms, and also to increase the attack speed of the Flying Fortress to make sure it can defend until it has enough pops. We'll also perma-brew both aces, and get a Grand Sabo to use its ability constantly and start farming pops for our Ascended Shadow. Soon after, we will place a super glue to help out our pop farming towers, and we will place some more towers to farm pops for our other paragons. There's no water on this map, so we won't have a Navark of the Seas, but we will make sure to get every other paragon. I also decided to place a perma-spike at the end of the track as a safety net, in case the Flying Fortress were to let something slip by. I also started placing and ultra boosting super monkeys on the other side of the map, so that we will have as many ultra boosted temples as we can later on. On round 139 we get our degree 76 Ace Paragon and set it to figure 8. And to help the other towers be able to steal pops from the doomship, we place a cripple Moab sniper and a super brittle, as well as a homeland defense. On round 148, we move every tower away from the track to create our VTSG. As for the positioning of the VTSG, I tested some different spots in Sandbox, and this spot seems to make the best use of its pierce. And when Adora's Blood Sacrifice ability is active, the VTSG has just enough range to buff any future temple placed near the bottom of the map. After that, we move our towers back into place and let them continue farming more pops, meanwhile we continue to ultra boost more super monkeys. On round 180 we get our degree 76 Ninja Paragon, and on round 190 we get a degree 71 Glaive Dominus and a degree 72 Master Builder, and the very next round a degree 76 Apex Plasma Master. And at this point we are still not using the track extension or the reverse motor. Now it's time to start building our temples. Here I decided to make use of a trick using the Chinook to fit more towers. If you move a tower right next to a super monkey and then upgrade it into a temple before the Chinook places the tower, you can fit a tower inside the temple's footprint and thus fit more towers. We'll use this trick to fit both a Superstorm Druid and Super Mines right at the end of the track inside the two temples, and then go ahead and place the rest of the temples. We'll get a lot of useful tier 5 towers with global range on the other side of the map. Aces, Helis, Carpet of Spikes, and so on. We will also get a lot of overclocks for all our temples and the rest of our best damage dealing towers. We will have a Super Brittle and Embrittlement at the beginning of the track, plus a Door Gunnered Embrittlement that will follow the first bloon. As for the Cripple Moab, there is really no good positions for it, but I decided to place it in the bottom track loop, from which it can see most of the ramp. After round 200 I used maybe 1 or 2 track extensions and reverse motors, up to round 254, at which point I started consistently using the track extension, having it active all the time, but I left the reverse motor off as I did not need it yet. By round 295, the track extension cost 12k each, but my support temples and Monkey Wall Street was still making enough for me not to lose money, since I'm not using the reverse motor. The biggest thing I was afraid of on this map was reactivating the track extension. This cannot be tech-botted or automated in any way. Thus, if you are unlucky, the slight downtime between activations may let a bad through to the wrong track, and that may lead to a quick game over. But after a few hours, we passed round 300, and I decided not to continue. And thus, this mission has been completed.
Adore Almighty, what a bang!
We best get moving before more bloons are sent this way. We'll link up with the rest at the quad intersection, and then start making our way towards the castle.